Racial tensions are front and center today at Las Vegas City Hall, both inside and outside. This is the first city council meeting since the mayor pro tem stepped down after making what her own party condemned as racially insensitive comments. We have team coverage of ongoing protests this afternoon. Sean Delancey is inside after talking with some council members, and Kelsey McFarland is outside where protesters say they want more action. Let's start with Kelsey. And Kelsey, what are these protesters demanding?
Yeah, Ross, these steps are empty now, but just a few hours ago, hundreds of people were outside. They were calling for Michelle Fiore to step down from city council.
She got to go. She got to go. I can't take it no more.
Chants echo just outside City Hall, where council members hold a meeting inside.
Black Lives Matter.
Groups like the NAACP now calling for new leadership in Las Vegas.
If they cannot fight for justice for all, then they do not deserve to serve in our city council.
This comes after Councilwoman Michelle Fiore was accused of making racially insensitive comments. Fiore fired back, saying she doesn't have a racist bone in her body.
We need you to stop saying I'm not a racist, because we don't want to hear that. What we need to know is, are you anti-racist?
Jante Marshall says she's had concerns about Fiore for more than a year after a social media post threatened a school shooting, targeting her son and other black students at Arborview High School. Marshall says Fiore's silence spoke volumes.
We reached out to Michelle Fiore's office. There was no response. So when she stands up and she says that she is for all people, that's bull. Okay, and at this point, her time has ran out.
This man opposes the protests.
Black Lives Matter is a racist organization that has no business in Las Vegas.
He attended the meeting to show support for Fiore.
She's a super hard worker, and again, it's not about her opinion anyway. She represents the people.
His calls outnumbered by those in attendance. Now, many of those protesters then headed indoors to make sure that their comments were put on record. That's where we find Sean Delancey live inside. And Sean, how did the council respond to those protesters?
Yeah, Kelsey, through this change in leadership and racial tensions, the city is trying to survive the impact of the coronavirus shutdown. Right now, Fiore's likely replacement, Councilman Stavros Anthony, says that he's going to plow forward despite facing criticism of his own.
We put up with the lynching. We put up with the raping of our families. We put up with the killings of our families.
Angry comments came in short bursts inside the Las Vegas City Council chambers.
We need leaders to make that progress.
Public comments had shortened time limits, and many people used their time expressing anger that members of the council supported a planned Blue Lives Matter march. One supporter, Stavros Anthony, the councilman slated to replace Michelle Fiore as mayor pro tem. Fiore stepped down amid complaints she made racially charged statements at a Republican convention.
What's interesting to me is I've been on the city council for 10 years, and I've been to hundreds and hundreds of pro-law enforcement rallies and meetings.
Anthony is unapologetic about supporting the Blue Lives Matter march, saying marches supporting police and African Americans aren't mutually exclusive.
But I think we can hold, rallies and support for everybody.
Anthony believes that the city's focus moving forward will be to promote unity and solve the deep budget shortfall caused by coronavirus.
It's almost decimating it, but it's our job to make sure that we provide services to the people that live in our community.
The council did conduct other business, approving new union contracts with the firefighter and employee worker unions that could save the city cash long term. But the racial climate remains front and center.
We elect officials to represent all people, and we put a trust in them that they are not racist nor biased.
That will take more work. Now, Fiore walked out of council chambers as she was being berated by one of these protesters today. That drew a lot of yelling from the crowd. The council will decide and make a final decision on her replacement at the city council meeting in 2 weeks. Sean Delancey, 13 Action News.